Donald Trump fled to Scotland hoping the Epstein scandal wouldn't follow. But it has, and it's only getting worse. He's been protested nationwide, even at his own golf club, and his efforts to distract, like banning Wall Street Journal reporters, have only drawn more attention. Today, in a meeting with the EU president, Trump completely unraveled. The panic was obvious, and so was the EU president's discomfort. We're going to break it all down. Now, before we get into this meeting and the disaster it was for Trump and his scandal, I want to start with what Congressman Jason Crow had to say today on Fox, calling out the real reason that Trump fled the country and Congress was shut down.
But let's be really clear again about what's happening here. This is being reinvigorated and concocted because Donald Trump doesn't want to talk about the Epstein files. He doesn't want those files released. In fact, I'm sitting here right now instead of in Washington because House Republicans released the Congress. We went on recess early to avoid a vote on releasing the Epstein files. A vote, by the way, that would pass in a bipartisan way. It would pass if the vote were held today.
And I'll ask the chairman about that.
They sent us home because
they got some.
So that's what this is all about.
They did get some subpoenas done, and
that's what this is all about.
I'm really interested to see, now that the House Oversight has voted those out, who shows up and where we do get more information, because I think you're right. There's bipartisan call for more Epstein information.
One last key point.
Okay, quick.
One last key point. Pam Bondi briefed Donald Trump in May on the Epstein files. When did all of this start coming up? In May and June. Well, you know, you want to talk about a coincidence? Well, I don't believe in a coincidence here.
I think everyone is, well, not everyone, but I think most people do want more answers on Epstein. We're certainly pushing for those too. And the president says he wants the grand jury transcripts out. And so we'll see. Those subpoenas included. Congressman, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm genuinely glad this message is finally reaching Fox's audience, a group that's been shielded from the truth with nonstop Obama deflection. Thanks to Rep. Crow, they're hearing what really happened. Mike Johnson shut down Congress, and Trump ran off to play golf on your dime, funneling more money into his own pocket, all to avoid the Epstein scandal. But the more desperate Trump gets, the more we have to cover it. Because if he's this panicked, this angry, what exactly is he trying to hide? Before we show how disturbed the EU president looked during their meeting, here's what happened. This clip is right here.
Can I ask why you're in a bad mood? Was it a bad morning of golf, or why you're not in a good mood?
No, the golf was beautiful. Golf can never be bad, even if you play badly. It's still good. If you had a bad day on the golf course, it's okay. It's better than other days. But no, I think I look forward to this meeting. You know, we've had a hard time with trade with Europe, very hard time, and I'd like to see it resolved. But if it isn't, we'll, have tariffs. They'll do what they have to do. But we have a good chance of getting it resolved. We'll probably know in about an hour. Shouldn't take that long.
What about the
it's complicated, but not really complicated when you get right down to it, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it feels great for Trump to play golf on our dime, stealing taxpayer money and funneling it straight into his own golf clubs. He's cost Americans nearly $1 billion over his presidency. Billion, with a B. And where does it go? Right into his properties. The grift never stops. So sure, maybe he's in a good mood. Well, aside from being protested everywhere he shows up. And now he's lashing out at his favorite enemy again. Yes, Don Quixote is back, ranting about windmills. Just watch the EU president's face as Trump completely melts down. This clip is right here.
Hacks. These are people that they almost want to harm the country. But you look at these beautiful landscapes all over the world. Many countries have gotten smart. They will not allow it. They will not. It's the worst form of energy, the most expensive form of energy. But windmills should not be allowed.
Mr. Trump,
Cambodia and Thailand. You spoke to leaders of both countries.
I did.
Are they doing enough to stop the fighting?
I hope so. You're talking about Cambodia and Thailand?
Yeah.
So I had an interesting time. We're dealing with Thailand, and we do a lot of trade with Thailand and with Cambodia. And yet, I'm reading that they're killing each other. They're fighting. They're in a war. And I say, this should be an easy one for me because I've settled with India and Pakistan, and Serbia and Kosovo was going at it, but they have for a long time, in all fairness, you know about that. And
when Trump starts ranting about windmills, you know we've hit peak panic. The birds, the whales, the scenery, it's his go-to meltdown move. And saying Europe's going to plant windmills in America? What does he think this is, some kind of windmill invasion? They're not storming beaches and staking turbines like flags. This isn't windmill war. It's honestly embarrassing. He might be the dumbest person to ever hold public office. And that's saying something. His nonsense is pure projection, and it shows just how desperate and unhinged he's become. Just listen to Trump's meltdown right here. Republicans claim only Democrats care about conspiracies, yet Trump's whole campaign was built on the lie that Biden weaponized the DOJ. He broke the law, played the victim, and now they deflect by ranting about Obama and long debunked nonsense. Meanwhile, real issues like U.S.-backed starvation in Gaza are being ignored. And when Trump was asked about it, his response was exactly what you'd expect. This clip is right here.
Should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
say it.
Should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
What did she say?
Should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
Well, we gave $60 million 2 weeks ago, and nobody even acknowledged it, for food. And it's terrible. You really at least want to have somebody say thank you. No other country gave anything. We gave $60 million 2 weeks ago for food for Gaza. And nobody acknowledged it. Nobody talks about it. And it makes you feel a little bad when you do that and, you have other countries not giving anything. None of the European countries, by the way, gave. Nobody gave but us. And nobody said, gee, thank you very much. And it would be nice to have at least a thank you. And I took a lot of heat. When I do that, a lot of people aren't happy about that because they say, well, why are we doing it and nobody else? But I think we had a humanitarian reason for doing it. What's going to happen? I don't know. I can tell you that Hamas, as I said, would happen at the end. We've gotten back a lot of hostages, a tremendous number of hostages, most of them. Now we have dead hostages, and the mothers want them back, and we have 20.
The death toll in Gaza keeps rising, and Trump shows zero care. That's not surprising, but the media ignoring it for so long, that's shocking. Trump lies about everything, and I'm only surprised he's not using this to brag or make it about himself. This is someone morally bankrupt. As Midas Touch pointed out, he sent his deputy AG to see Ghislaine Maxwell faster than he sent FEMA to Texas. Do we really think Trump or his party care about starving women and children? They're funding this because Trump and Jared see a real estate opportunity, literally saying they want that land for another Trump hotel. It's disgusting. It's weak. And even some Republicans, like Thomas Massey, are starting to say it out loud. This clip is right here.
So you're just going to need a couple more Republicans to sign that if Democrats go along. Are you going to get that?
If every Democrat signs this, I've already got 12 Republican co-sponsors, and I only need 6 to sign it.
But will they sign? Will they? Because that's taking control of the House schedule away from the Speaker.
I think the pressure is going to build over August recess. I don't think it's going to dissipate like the Speaker hopes that it will. And if merely just half the people who've co-sponsored this legislation follow through and sign it, then it's going to come to the floor for a vote.
So Congressman Khanna, we had this rather extraordinary visit to Florida of Todd Blanche to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell. Do you agree with those who say that she should testify, wanting her to testify before Congress?
Donald Trump can't outrun the Epstein scandal, and the more he tries, the bigger it gets. Congress is out of session. Republicans have no real tools, and with nothing else dominating the news, this is the story. Trump hiding at golf courses won't change that. We're staying on it. Ads are rolling out in Republican districts. We're talking about it nonstop, and clearly some former Trump voters are listening and walking away. If that's you, welcome. This 10 is big, and you've been lied to long enough. Trump's the biggest grifter of them all, and it's time we fix the system he's been gaming for years. And if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and if you stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you soon.